You cannot just help the African Revolution by just thinking about it, or just praying about it, or even just giving a few dimes to it. I mean, you know, it helps to give money to it, but you have to be a revolutionary. And so what we have to do is struggle for self-control right here. And right now, right in what we call New Africa, in the South, there's a black belt. Thousands of acres, thousands of miles of land, inhabited primarily and predominantly by black folks. There's some 40 county area in Mississippi, going up and down the western coast of Mississippi, where blacks outnumber whites something like 8-1, where blacks are something like 90% of the workers and something like 90% of the consumers, where the culture is the blues, where the culture is the African spiritual, where the culture is the culture that we've made. It's the only culture that is there. It is New Africa. It is Africa. It's where we have large stretches of land which sit right at the doorstep of the Caribbean community, and nations like Barbados and the Bahamas and other black nations, and Haiti, which sits right along, almost right up and a little bit to the side of the Nicaraguan East Coast, and the Belize, which are black territories where Africans live, which sits right above Southern America, where Brazil has some 60 million people, and which sits right across from Africa on the 30th parallel. It is not New York across from Africa. It is the South. It is Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Louisiana, which is the South, across from Africa. That is a critical territory. It is important that we understand that the need to wage struggle for land right here in America, to take control of land, not only to help to liberate that land from the American empire, but to support the struggle of the Puerto Ricans to free Puerto Rico, to support the struggle of the Caribbean communities to free their countries, to support the struggle of the Mexicanos to free the upper part of Mexico, to support the struggle of the Native Americans to help free the territories which they seek to free at this time, even given the limited numbers which have been left of Native Americans in the United States, although there are large percentages of Native Americans like in Southern America and various other places. We must understand the need for what I would call anti-imperialist action, which is to take apart this empire. You cannot solve American imperialism by walking away from the place where American imperialism was born. American imperialism was born right here. It was born when they jumped off ships, stealing the Native Americans' land, when they put us into slavery here, and when they took the whole upper part of Mexico. That was the birthplace of it. And from there, then they became the surrogates and replaced British imperialism in Africa. They became the surrogates and replaced imperialism around the world. We have to destroy the creature where it started. We need unity between liberation movements around the world. That has to be part of our plan. We need to link up with other African liberation movements in order to formulate Pan-African liberation strategy. We also need to link up with genuine liberation movements on this continent. When I say link up, we need to form anti-imperialist alliances with Native American groups and with Puerto Ricans and Chicano groups. Not to have them come into our communities to win freedom for us, but to have us go into their communities and win freedom to them. But to have coordinated struggles which realize, as we struggle to take self-control over different institutions in Chicago, as we struggle to take control over land in the Deep South, which supports the Chicano struggle to take the Southwest back from the United States of America. The population ratio is beginning to support us. Our numbers are increasing. All over the continent, our numbers are increasing. The white man is becoming the minority in a lot of situations. Down in Mississippi, the white man is already the minority, right? If you're talking about a non-self-governing territory, you got it there right already. The same thing is true in LA and in various parts of what we call northern Mexico. So what has to happen is we have to support these righteous struggles.